Oh, the member for Fadden.
Indulgence, Mr Deputy Speaker.
Yes, the member for Fadden has a call.
Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker. Provide a few comments in response to the Minister's tabling of the second report, the Giles report into HMA success, and of course, if I can provide a few comments on the farewell of Dr Steve Gumley from DMO. With respect to the Giles report, the second report into success, I'll leave that to Senator David Johnson in the Senate to provide any comment as to the style and substance of the document. I will certainly point out the Coalition's strong, enduring and ongoing support for the Navy and its personnel and its people who work in trying and difficult circumstances in all four corners of the globe and the area in which they serve. Notwithstanding, all organisations have their challenge and Navy is not immune from that. Sailors and officers of the Royal Australian Navy need to know that the Coalition has or enjoys and offers our complete support to their continued work. To Vice Admiral Ray Griggs, who's taken over as the Chief of Navy, he has a challenging and difficult time ahead of him as the Navy transitions in some significant areas. As what is now the new HMA or HMS Largs Bay comes into service in terms of amphibious vessels working with Canimla and Tobruk, as they transition through to two landing helicopter docking LHD ships, and of course the AWDs will significantly transform Navy as we know it. That of course will include the transformation of Army with an amphibious force that will work lock, stock and barrel with our substantially improved combat capability on the surface of the ocean. The force structure review may well throw up a range of options and indeed surprises for the military as to where some of this naval force structure will be deployed, and again Vice Admiral Griggs will need to deal with these enduring challenges. I know Navy is up to the task as these platforms come into service. And as the Minister moves forward with the submarine program, not only with the current sustainment issues with the current fleet of Collins, but on the new submarine development program, again, Vice Admiral Griggs will have to come to terms and deal with that. Rarely has a service seen such change as the Royal Australian Navy will endure in the coming years. I am confident that Vice Admiral Griggs is up to the challenge. He knows he enjoys the support of the Coalition for all of our sailors and officers within the Royal Australian Navy, and he knows he'll enjoy our support and encouragement as he tackles the difficult challenges ahead with the transformation of the Navy based on its surface and subsurface combatant fleet changes. As Dr Gumley prepares to leave, the Coalition wishes him all the very best. As CEO from the Defence Material Organisation from 2004 to now, he has seen enormous changes. He has seen first and second passed approvals from 05 to 07 numbering something 25 to 30 each year, a significant transformation of defence and its equipment that has come through from the DMO. He has seen the transition of DMO through, as the Minister said, to a prescribed agency and the changes that has led, and he has done so admirably. I've had the pleasure of speaking with Dr Gumley many times, not only within industry visits but also within committee. His advice has always been frank, fearless, direct and honest. I think it would have been a pleasure as the Minister, looking across at Minister Clare, to work with someone of such calibre who would give such advice that was open and direct. DMO still has its challenges, there's no question about that, and the Minister will be the first one to acknowledge those challenges. As DMO seeks to move forward with the replacement of probably the greatest volume of military equipment perhaps our nation has seen, DMO will need to rise to that challenge. It will need to engage with industry in a very meaningful way. It will need to engage with Capability Development Group in an incredibly meaningful way to ensure that we can get the equipment and the capabilities that our fighting men and women so desperately need. I'm looking forward to the Minister in driving DMO forward, looking forward to the announcement of the new replacement to Dr Steve Gumley, to meeting that person and sitting down and understanding where the Coalition's view on DMO and its challenges are. I acknowledge the hard work that Dr Gumley has done. Many people here may not know that every single one of the projects provides a weekly brief to Dr Gumley that outlines the state of the project and where it's up to, and every Saturday Dr Gumley will go through those written briefs for up to 6 or 7 hours to check off every single project that he is looking at. Every single project for on a Saturday morning. Now, that's not how you and I like to spend our Saturdays, Mr Deputy Speaker. I take the kids to the beach and the park and have fun. Dr Gumley spends it reviewing projects and making sure that, to the best of his ability, his organisation is doing what it can to deliver. DMO has its challenges. We will continue to hold the Minister accountable for those challenges. We shall scrutinise his activities. I note that the commentariat have said, with the first and second pass approvals being only 10 last year, that for Force 2030 to be on track, there will be required from the government something like 58 first and second pass approvals this year. As I said to the Minister yesterday, I have the DCP hanging on my wall, and I shall be ticking off every first and second pass approval as it comes through, and I, Minister, will be holding you absolutely accountable as the weeks and months tick by as to how the National Security Committee of Cabinet is putting those first and second pass approvals, and I'll continue to give you a running update, Minister, as to how many have been passed and how many you yet have to go. To Dr Gumley, I offer you my sincere thanks and the thanks of the Coalition for the hard work and a work well done.